I'm talking with a lady now who is a longtime friend and a professional colleague, Gosia Kuszewski, who's based on the Sunshine Coast. She's a herbalist, a naturopath, and an all-round special person when it comes to actually talking about health matters and also some leading edge health matters. Gosia, thanks for joining us today. Lovely to see you as always. What's the biggest challenge that a lot of your clients, patients are experiencing right now that you're having to deal with?
First of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm really proud to, be part of those interviews you're creating. So that's a really exciting thing to do. What is the biggest trend right now? What I've realized that so many patients of mine coming to my clinic are in pain. They are in chronic pain, taking a variety of painkillers, anti-inflammatories, and those painkillers make them really sick. And they have so many side effects, which then have a negative effect on the gut, very often constipation. And we know when someone is constipated, we know what happens. There is just the whole body just gets affected. So that also influences the sleep in a negative way. They can't think properly. They don't have energy. So there is lots of side effects. And the medication the people are taking are not even dealing properly with the pain. So the medication is not even very effective at all.
So you're actually saying that we may have a similar issue in Australia that they're experiencing in the United States with regard to opioid addiction?
Absolutely, 100%. Yes. Yeah. I see this all the time. I see people being addicted to opioids, and there are other ways of dealing with pain. However, I see this strong addiction and very negative effects. So people are aware of the negative effects, but the addiction is very strong.
Yeah. They're aware of the negative effects, but the addiction is very strong. I mean, it's had a tremendous amount of publicity, particularly in the United States, even to the point of actually class actions being launched against the opioid manufacturers. Could you see something like that occurring in Australia?
Well, it's hard for me to comment, like I deal directly with people. I deal directly with my patients. I'm very interested in individual cases. So what else is, I think that it's criminal what is happening with this production of opioids and so easily being prescribed to people. I definitely think that it's criminal, and I definitely think that should be taken, seriously. But yeah, it's hard for me to comment. I deal with people individually in my clinic. I concentrate on them.
Yeah. So you're not part of the systemic problem. You're actually part of a systemic solution. You want a solution here.
I'm a very practical person, and I always like to look at the solution instead of wasting, maybe not wasting, but putting my energy into fighting for it. Do you know what I mean? I see people who are really unwell, and they in front of me, they are desperate, they're not getting better, and it's my job to help those people to use other methods, safe methods, which are not addictive.
Now, I know as a herbalist that you would, you've got an arsenal. I can see them behind you. Bottles, an arsenal of wonderful bits and pieces. Now, just to give you a heads up, folks, I've known Gosia for quite a few years now, and her level of impact is actually quite profound in that her ability is second to none as far as I'm concerned. We've used your products and we've had conversations about a variety of things, and generally if you follow the rules or you follow some sort of protocol that this lady suggests, including, by the way, green papaya powder, because I know you're a big advocate of green papaya powder for gut function. But just coming...
Green papaya, absolutely. And the reason I really like green papaya is because we need help with digestion. We are eating so many processed foods, plus also the medication I've mentioned. If it's not for pain, it's for other things, for inflammation or sleeping tablets. People are taking lots of medication, blood pressure, cholesterol, whatever. So we need to help our body to digest the foods. And as far as I'm concerned, the most natural way is the green papaya, which is very easy to take and very, very effective.
Of course, it's a functional, it contains a functional enzyme called papain, and then the combination has the bromelain in it as well, plus the turmeric. So it's, you know, wonderful anti-inflammatory as well. But just looking further at other alternatives, what else should be available to people at the moment as an alternative to pain relief? I think you know what I'm talking about.
You're very beautifully leading me to the topic I'm basically obsessed about lately, which is the beautiful cannabis plant. And it is not available here yet. However, many people are finding ways to get it, and I see amazing results, absolutely amazing. As a herbalist, as a naturopath, who's been in a practice now for 25 years, I've never seen such fast working, results with any other herb or plant. Never seen anything like it. As far as you know, the oil I'm talking about, the CBD oil, CBD standing for cannabinoids, it's a shortcut, CBD. That particular oil is helping with so many different things, especially our nervous system. And as we know, the nervous system is directing all the functions in the body. It's I see lots of people who are very anxious, depressed. It's almost everyone from teenagers I see, or even sometimes children. I see depression in children. So the CBD is incredibly effective for anxiety, for insomnia, for pain, incredibly effective for pain. People see results within few days. Sometimes people told me that they had results after one dose.
Wow.
And it's not addictive, it's non-toxic, it's a natural plant. So you see, and that's why it's probably understandable why I'm so excited about it, because it's a natural plant which has so many incredible effects,
including being an offset for the opioid addictions. People are given opioids for pain relief, but in fact the CBD oil, which would cause no long-term effects, particularly would not cause any form of addiction, would be more beneficial to the human body per se.
100%, Scott, 100%. It's a non-addictive substance, and so what many people are doing is that they are decreasing the dose of the painkillers and then taking the CBD oil meantime, and then so one goes up, the other one goes down, and before they know it, they don't need the painkillers and anti-inflammatories anymore. It's a beautiful thing, and they're sleeping better, and they basically happier. I personally take it too, and what I've noticed is that I'm so much calmer. Like, I am A-type personality. I always on a go. I like to do things. I'm very excited, but that also means that my brain doesn't switch off easily. So it's always ticking, ticking, ticking. And it's a good thing that I'm curious and excited about things. However, sometimes it's hard to calm down. And what I've noticed is that the CBD works amazingly well when it makes you feel calm and relaxed. And it helps you think more clearly. Your creativity improves. It's an amazing thing. So I'm taking the oil and I just love it.
What's the difference between CBD and THC, which is a point of discussion which I know is causing some confusion out there at this particular moment?
Yeah, people are quite confused. Overall, cannabis has a bad name as a drug, which makes you high. So the difference is that the CBD is the oil which is made of hemp plant, and the THC is the oil which gives you high, and it's made of marijuana. So they belong to the same family, they belong to cannabis, but they just like a brother and sister. They're very similar, however, the THC gives you high. So some people like that, but it's not necessary to use THC when we've got CBD, which works beautifully, works really, really well.
What would you like to see happen right now? You've mentioned opioids. You are at the coalface, as it were, as far as people's needs are concerned, and then, you know, talking about how you might respond to their needs. What would you like to see happen now in this whole area, vis-a-vis opioids, vis-a-vis medical cannabis?
God, I would like this substance to be at every shop and every chemist, available to people. I would like this plant to be legal everywhere, and for people to basically grow it in their backyard, because the plant grows so easily. It doesn't need any pesticides. The bugs are not interested because it has bitter taste, and it has particular oils in there which the bugs don't like. They apparently get a bit uncomfortable eating it. So it's very easy to grow. It doesn't require much care. And people can, if the plant was legal, they could include it in a daily nutrition.
Yeah.
So I would love to see that, because right now there is lots of confusion. I've seen many of my patients who bought the oil online from US, and it wasn't a proper oil, or they bought it from someone and it was very diluted. Sometimes they showed me the oil which was like pink color mixed with some colors and some additives, which is totally unnecessary. So all of that is just nonsense. I get quite annoyed, because it's such a beautiful plant which grows so well, and it has so many benefits, yet it's not available just yet.
Well, I don't want to go into the reasons why it's not available, but you and I know why, because, I mean, essentially the cartel has been so efficient up to this time. But now it's time for the people basically to say to their elected members, this is not good enough for humanity per se. It's not good enough for the planet. I mean, let's be honest here. This whole move, it could actually help save the planet in a multitude of ways.
Totally, 100%. And what I see, beautiful thing is that people actually are asking for it. There is more and more awareness about it. There is also quite a bit of confusion, but there is so much awareness, and people are calling me, and I know I talk to my colleagues, other naturopaths, and they are telling me that they're getting lots of interest, that there is lots of people who are looking for it, basically. And when I'm doing my research, or when I watch different videos online, I often read comments, and the comments I've noticed are always positive. I haven't seen one comment of someone who would say, oh, that's horrible, that made me feel worse, or something like that. It's all very positive. Yeah. So it's a good thing. Eventually, I think the more people demand, the bigger requirements there are, hopefully it will be available more freely.
Gosia, that's wonderful. You've got 1 minute to create a little message in your head that you can share, that you can articulate with humanity right now. What would that message be? Go.
Okay, the message would be that we need to take responsibility for our health, and we need to look after our body. We cannot expect this from someone else. We cannot handle responsibility, hand over responsibility to others, to doctors or someone else, to say, fix me, do something for my body. We need to be responsible. So we need to educate ourselves, and at the end of the day, we need to take control of our body. So that is my message.
Where can people connect with you? And I know I see your microscope there. I know you do live blood analysis, and I have to say, folks, Gosia's live blood analysis is phenomenal. So you want a starting point, you know, with your poor health, and then you make progressive changes, and then go back in 2 or 3 months' time and get your blood looked at again, and you're pretty well guaranteed to see some major changes. But you
absolutely.
Yeah. So you not only do live blood analysis, you're a herbalist, you're a naturopath. Where can people connect with you, Gosh?
My website is called detoxhouse.com.au. So people can contact me. All the details are there on my website.
Look, always a pleasure talking with you, and we will talk again. This is just the start of many chats, but you know, when we're talking about opioids and we're talking about access to other natural pain relief, plus the services and support that you offer, you know, I just want to continue with my love and adulation for the work that you do, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Okay.
Thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.